In this episode, I am going to give you my tattoo removal advice on how you can avoid scarring. And at the end of this video, I am going to share with you what happened to an unfortunate lady that made this mistake. When it comes to tattoo removal scarring, it is a real thing and it is a problem. On today's episode, I am going to give you my number one advice, and above all else, if you implement this one lesson, I believe it will give you the biggest chance for success and help you avoid scarring when it comes to your tattoo removal journey. I had a lady reach out to me yesterday, and as you all know, I do tattoo removal. I've done this for 12 years. A lady came to me yesterday with a problem, and this problem was scarring. A really large section of her back resembled what used to be a tattoo and replaced by scarring. It's really unfortunate to see. And when I saw this, I searched her email address in our computer system and I was shocked. What I found was 18 months ago, she contacted us for a removal assessment, for a quote, for pricing, however you want to word it. And she did not follow through with her removal with our clinic. I am not saying this to big note us. I am saying this to tell you what happens in the real world. Unfortunately, this now client of ours, after she learned the hard way, she has basically picked her provider based on the price of the treatment. I know I speak about this all the time, but you need to know when you choose your tattoo removal provider based on the price, you are very likely choosing the worst machines in the industry. Tattoo removal is not an even playing field. There's different machines and you drastically increase the chance of scarring when you're picking the cheapest provider. I get frustrated because I believe this is common sense, and maybe not for tattoo removal, but for anything in life. You pay for what you get. I do not understand why people want to take risks and find the cheapest place that is going to remove their tattoo. Of course, we are going to help this lady, but I had to make it very clear that she has irreversible scarring on her back, and it's not a small tattoo. It is a bad situation. Now that she has learnt the hard way, we are able to take over and try to help her as best we can. And I know for a fact that the lasers we use will not make the scarring worse. So she took a lot of comfort in that, knowing, okay, I am where I am, but this is not going to get worse. I told her that if she continues with the previous provider, the scarring will get worse. The laser that they are using is an inferior laser, and I've done a topic on this, a video on this topic previously. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but these lasers have hot spots. There's not a harmonious distribution of heat in the laser shot, which skyrockets the chance of scarring and plummets the results. This tattoo was always going to scar before it completely removed. That is the harsh truth, and it's a fine line that I have to walk when clients reach out to me. I send a removal assessment and I politely try to explain that, hey, not all lasers are the same. This is what we use. This is our price. These are our results. And unfortunately, from time to time, that does fall on deaf ears, and this is a pretty catastrophic lesson to learn. I want to hear your tattoo removal stories and experiences. If you have experienced this, please share your story with me through the pinned comment below. I've pinned a comment below. If you reply directly to that comment, you will get through to me. Share your stories, ask your questions. I'm here to help. The advice that I gave this lady was wait 6 months. If you want us to help, cool, we would love to help, but I don't want to see you for 6 months from your last tattoo removal treatment. You need time to let your skin repair as much as possible. I will keep you updated on how this process goes from here, because this is only a recent encounter that we've had. So I will inevitably be trying to achieve complete removal and also facilitate her skin to heal more than what it has already. What I'm trying to say is you need to stop, or if you don't stop, you need to be aware, at the very least, please be aware that when you are choosing your tattoo removal provider based on the lowest price, you will get the lowest result. This lady's experience, what she found was when she went to the tattoo removal provider and raised the concern about the scarring, she found that the result from that conversation and the resolution that provider had was, let's do more laser treatments. At the very least, I'm very thankful that she saw that as a red flag, and realizing that continuous laser from that same device is only going to increase the problem. I must say, I wish it never happened, but we're here, and there is lessons from her story that you can learn and you can implement for your own removal. I always come back to a common theme, and that is you don't necessarily have to understand the quality of the lasers, but what you do have to understand is that before and afters are everything. If that tattoo removal clinic is not showing before and afters, there is a massive red flag. If there's a cheap price and no before and afters, guess what? They're not achieving before and afters. If there's a higher price and before and after photos, guess what? You're at a good clinic and you're going to pay for what you get. If you learned something from today, I have a video that you are going to love. In my latest episode, I explain what the issues are if you are unhappy with your tattoo removal progress. This is crucial and extremely insightful information for anybody thinking of getting a tattoo removed, or for anybody that's currently getting a tattoo removed and is unhappy with their progress.